Okay, we're going to be looking at radio frequency output from this transceiver 1 by itself, transceiver 1. Transceiver 1 will be transmitting through the wall of the piston, and that transmission through the wall of the piston will also come out right now into the cylinder wall area, and it will come out. If we look at piston transceiver 1 is lined up with cylinder wall transceiver location F. And if we look over here, we will see that we have not shifted anything at all. Shift by none. And so if we are going to look at the radio frequency output coming out of this piston transceiver 1, remembering that when we talk about shifting of the piston, this is what we mean by shifting, is the piston shifts this way or that way. So that's a shift of the piston. And right now we have the piston as having shifted none. And the other thing is that if you start at this point right here and move from this point right here to that point right there, that's one cycle, because that's the spacing between these different transceivers. It's just all conventions that we've decided to use. And the radio frequency power output of piston transceiver 1 is shining right through this place where the piston wall touches the cylinder wall, and the lineup of the rectangular transmission channel through the piston is lined up directly with the transmission channel through the cylinder wall. And so we've decided that to demonstrate that, we'll go over here and look at this output. It's piston 1 transceiver coming out through cylinder wall F, and so it's going to be coming out at full power. So that's the way that we've demonstrated this, by putting an F on here to show that it's a radio frequency output that is coming out through cylinder wall transceiver position F. It's being created by piston wall transceiver 1. And since this piston transceiver channel is lined up exactly with this cylinder wall channel, the amount of power that can come out is that much. And our convention is going to be that this is showing a lot of power coming through, and for example, this is showing not much power coming through. And it doesn't exactly work like that, in the sense that the beam that comes out, as we're showing here, as being full power, you know, the truth is that beam goes out all over to forever. And what we really should be showing is that there's more power in some other way, but this is confusing for people. And so what we're going to do is just make a convention that if the beam is sticking out further, that's more power. So that's full power, and that's quarter power. And it's just the convention we're going to use as we discuss this. So since piston transceiver 1, the transmission channel of it is exactly lined up with the cylinder wall transceiver F channel, the channel of cylinder wall transceiver is got a perfect lineup, then essentially a maximum amount of power that can be transmitted from piston wall transceiver 1 is being transmitted out to the cylinder wall transceiver, which is sitting right here. Remember, we're not showing them because it's confusing, but cylinder wall transceiver F would be sitting right here receiving this power from piston wall transceiver 1.